Review: Captain America: Brave New World is a decent political thriller made for these times. While overstuffed with Marvel minutiae, the latest installment in this franchise is a solid showcase for Anthony Mackie, who succeeds Chris Evans as the superhero. By Katie Walsh, a heaving red brute froths and seethes behind a podium marked with the presidential seal before tearing through the Rose Garden and leaving a swath of wreckage through the White House. As he rips through the Washington Monument, the only person standing in his way is a winged Captain America, notably the first black Captain America, Sam Wilson, Anthony Mackie, who received the iconic Starshield at the end of Avengers Endgame. His journey was later expanded upon in the Disney Plus series, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but Captain America: Brave New World is his first standalone movie. These images of a crumbling Washington, D.C. are almost too apt for the current state of the union in early 2025. Among all the MCU lore and exposition, the film is tasked with knitting together over 20 years of Marvel movies and TV series. It's starkly resonant visuals like these, where you can feel director Julius Onah fighting to make his statement about what a black Captain America means, both the burden of responsibility and the liberating power of the mantle. Onah, who has a writing credit on the film as well, along with Rob Edwards, Malcolm Spellman, Dalen Musson, and Peter Glanz, has returned his Captain America film to its paranoid political thriller roots, established in Captain America: The Winter Soldier over a decade ago. Sam has passed his old Falcon wings onto a new sidekick, Joaquin Torres, Danny Ramirez, and now assists the new president, Thaddeus Ross, Harrison Ford, with covert ops in service of the country, and his title, despite Ross's questionable past. That uneasy alliance is thrown into question when Sam's old friend Isaiah Bradley, a former super soldier imprisoned and experimented on for 30 years, is jailed after being activated to attack President Ross. This crisis is set against a delicate treaty accord in which the United States is attempting to peacefully navigate the distribution of adamantium, which has been discovered at the Celestial Island in the Indian Ocean. For that background, see The Eternals. If it sounds like a lot of lore, well, it is. And unfortunately, Brave New World does get bogged down with a heavy load of exposition. But if you keep your attention on the larger themes and beats, that this is the story of an unjustly incarcerated black man and Captain America's fight to free him, the messages come through loud and clear. Take it from a casual at best Marvel viewer who has never seen a single second of a Disney Plus Marvel show. Brave New World is completely legible and even enjoyable as a standalone film, though it helps to know some of the major players and overall arcs. Perhaps Brave New World is even more satisfying for the casual Marvel fan, who is less invested in expectations for the sprawling franchise. Can it even be called a single franchise at this point? And can let details and character reveals wash over them without much fine point analysis? Liv Tyler and Tim Blake Nelson reprise their roles from The Incredible Hulk? Fine. It's more fun to revel in the chemistry that Mackie shares with Ramirez, who is a bright spot in the film, especially during a Top Gun-inspired sequence during a fighter jet conflict near Celestial Island. The fact that the clear, crisp, saturated cinematography and sturdy action sequences rarely look like a Marvel movie is a good thing. It's easier to enjoy the film as a political drama about deep state mind control with a few superpowered individuals than it is as an overly strained bit of connective tissue in the MCU. In fact, the amount of pressure put on Brave New World to string together so many different properties is about as unfair as the pressure put on Sam Wilson to wield the shield as a black man. Late in the film, he laments that he always has to be on point because he represents everyone who's fighting for a seat at the table. It's too much to saddle his standalone film with this much exposition, and yet Mackie and Onah bear it with as much grace as they can. Don't sweat the small stuff, or even the Marvel brand, and Captain America: Brave New World proves itself to be a decent political thriller with something culturally resonant to say that exceeds mere comic book particulars. Conclusion: Captain America: Brave New World successfully balances action-packed sequences with a narrative that delves into political complexities and personal identities. Anthony Mackie's portrayal of Sam Wilson is both compelling and relatable, solidifying his place as a worthy successor to the Captain America legacy. Harrison Ford's rendition of Thaddeus Ross adds gravitas, enriching the film's exploration of power and morality.